Hi, it's Hayden Bennett from Commercial Property Group. Welcome to ROI series for June 2024. During the month, we've done over 140 inspections with buyers and tenants, which has resulted in 30 transactions being agreed to here in the group. When we compare that to June of last year, we were near enough on an equilibrium at about 167 inspections for June last year and 29 deals being agreed to. So all in all, great performance here in the group at pretty much a deal a day during the month of June. I've got some key highlighted sales and leases that I'm going to share with you. And the first of which is a sale located close by to our office at number 5 of 40 to 42 Montgomery Street in Kogarah. This sale was orchestrated by Greg Carr and Jason Kersley. The property was a 47 square metre ground floor commercial tenancy. It was occupied by a long-term general practice on a long-term lease. The property sold for $330,000, and that's a square metre rate of around $7,000 per metre and a yield of 4.23%. Congratulations to the purchaser and also to Greg and Jason on a deal well done. On to another sale done at 168 Taren Point Road in Caringbah. This was a freehold industrial property providing excellent exposure to the passing by their traffic on Taren Point Road. This property was listed here in the group by Damon Asti initially for lease. However, Damon was able to procure a phenomenal sale price to a purchaser to eventually move their business into that property. The sale price was $3.2 million. The land which this property held was 679 square metres, and it had an original 400 square metre building on that property, which will need some renovating for the new purchaser. The rate per metre on that land was over $4,700 per square metre, including the building improvements. An excellent result. Vendor is very thrilled with the outcome. Damon orchestrated a tremendous transaction, so congratulations to him, the vendor and the purchaser on their new place of business. Another sale done in Caringbah, an industrial factory unit number 52 at 65 Captain Cook Drive, known as the Shire Centre, quite a large industrial estate there. We were fortunate enough to be appointed on this property for sale. I actually sold it to this vendor that owned it 15 years ago. They've been able to enjoy that property for their own business, time to retire. They reached out to us. We've been providing regular feedbacks around value. Nevertheless, Nathan Gray successfully sold this property for $1,150,000. It was an industrial unit that provided 140 square metres and also up to 5 car spaces allocated on that title. The square metre rate was over $8,200 per square metre. We listed that property and sold it within 20 days. We had a number of buyers that were chasing it down, and Nathan Gray successfully put that deal together. And the purchaser, which is now going to be an owner-occupier, now they're going to have the benefit of a long-term enjoyment on a great and well-located industrial premises. Another industrial sale, which was done by Ryan McMahon and David Falcioni from our Bankstown office, was at number 29 of 47 to 51 Lorraine Street. This was a smaller industrial warehouse unit. It was 133 square metres. David and Ryan were able to secure a sale there at $975,000. That represents a rate per square metre of around $7,300 per metre. Excellent combination of our two forces in terms of Ramsgate and Bankstown. Ryan and David working very well, and were able to obviously secure a great result for the vendor, and congratulations to the purchaser. On to a few leasing transactions, the first of which was number 186 Princess Highway in Earncliffe. This was an industrial showroom warehouse on the Princess Highway. It was handled by Greg Carr and Lucas Angelakos. Rental agreed was $72,000 per annum. Building area of 340 square metres. Rate per metre, $212 per square metre. Lease term was 2 years with a 1-year option. And the incentive provided was 1 month, which represents around 4.2% as an overall incentive. Great job to both Greg and Lucas. Congrats to our vendor, landlord, on their trust and confidence. It's one of our managements, and congrats to the new tenant on their place of business. Another industrial leasing deal located at 46B and 48B Alexander Avenue, Taren Point. This was 2 warehouse units that were able to lease together side by side. Jason Kersley was the agent responsible for putting this transaction together. He was able to find a tenant to utilise both facilities. The combined area was 817 square metres. The rent achieved was $250,000 per annum gross plus GST. That's a rate per square metre of $306. The lease term was a 4-year term plus multiple options thereafter. The incentive provided for that tenant was a 3-month rent-free period, which represents around 6.25% on the initial 4-year term. So congratulations to Jason on a job well done, and to the landlord and to the tenant on their new place of business. A commercial leasing transaction that we conducted here in the group for the month of June was at number 10 Frederick Street in Oatley. Jackson Chambers put this transaction together. It was an old CBA bank that was there many years ago. Since then, there was like a Pilates lifestyle business. They'd vacated. Jackson was responsible for resecuring a new lease term of 6 years. The annualised rent was $120,000 per annum. The total area of the premises was 245 square metres. So the rate per square metre was around $490 per metre. Now, on that 6-year lease term, the incentive provided was 6 months rent free, which sounds significant, but in the scheme of things, it was around 8.33% of the initial term, and it being a shop premises naturally involved the new incoming tenant business operator to spend some significant investment in upgrading that premises for their place of business. So congratulations to Jackson on a job well done, to the landlord and the tenant. So that's the wrap for June 2024. Thank you for watching. Hope you got some value out of the content provided. As I always say, if anyone has any questions with regards to buying, selling, leasing, or overall management or property advice, please reach out to myself or anyone of the team here at CPG, as we'd love to be of service.